Hey Angel, welcome back to Your Own University TV, where we're going to talk about what sets you apart from everybody else in the world, because you matter. On today's episode, we're going to talk about the number one thing that everybody asks for when they come into sessions with me. They want to be happy. They want to be happy. We're going to dive into that today. So happy. Who doesn't want to be happy? Do you want to be happy? So many of my clients come and we start the Amazing You program and they say, Lisha, I just want to be happy. And so I start with this question, and this is the first question that I want to ask you too. Like, what is happy? What is happy for you? And we're going to dive into this a bit more today as we dive into this episode, because happiness is so different for everybody, and how you do happy and how I do happy are going to be completely different. And so it's really, really important for you to know your emotional intelligence and be intelligent about your own emotionality. So, what's happy mean to you? What does happy mean to you? Is happy a state of being for you? Is it just some place that you get to and you're like, oh my gosh, look at me, I'm happy today? Is happiness a choice that you consciously make? Is it an intention that you can set for yourself each and every day? Do you know the things that are going to make you happy and bring you happiness? And I've talked about this in other episodes too. It's so important to know, how do you tap into that emotion? How do you create that emotion for yourself? And what does it mean? Is happiness a doing for you? Some people I know love accomplishment, right? So accomplishing things is happy. So they're happiest when they're accomplishing something. And that's truly important to know if that's you. Other people are happiest when they're not accomplishing something, when they're in this state of just relaxing and being and chilling out, right? And that creates happiness for them. And then there's some people that are right in the middle. So knowing your own doingness that makes you happy, and then you can equate that. So for me personally, I am an accomplisher. Right? I'm an accomplisher. So if I have a goal, I'm gonna go for that goal, and I'm gonna reach that destination, and I'm going to accomplish whatever that is. Here's how I trick myself into relaxing and being and enjoying and being able to hang out at the pool all day and just enjoy myself. I mean, when I'm on vacation in Alaska, there's no pools, but that's a different story. But, getting in the bath or just taking a day off, like how I do that is I now tell myself the story that this is me accomplishing being in a relaxed, calm state. And that makes me happy. Now there's other things in my life that makes me happy too. So let's talk about this. I'm going to break this down for you a little bit so you can figure out how to create your happiness in your life, because it's really important that we take care of our own happiness. And that's tip number one. So number one is accept that your happiness is up to you. It's up to you. Yeah, people can piss you off and people can make you upset. People impact our lives, right? But truly happiness, like your happiness, your joy, is up to you to create and create that state of being. So that's the first thing. Really take responsibility for it, and take responsibility for this and every other aspect of emotionality, every other aspect of states of being that you want to be at. If you want to be a state of being of confident, then create those places in your life that you're going to be confident in order to do. So you can use this formula for anything that you want to shift in your life. Just happy is one of the big, huge points that nearly every one of my clients come in and they say, Lisha, I just want to be happy. Happy with my body. Great. What does that look like? Happy in general, right? Happy in my relationship. Great. What does that look like? So first, accept the responsibility that you are going to create your own happiness and set yourself up for success. Number two is to know your own state of happiness. So what does happiness feel like to you physically? When you are happy, what does happiness feel like to you? What stories are you telling yourself in your head when you're happy? How do you talk to yourself when you're happy? Can you shift that? So you can use that. If you know how you talk to yourself in your head when you're happy, when you are not happy, that's when you shift that language in your head, that little voice that tells stories and shows you pictures and reminds you of things. And you can shift that to sound more like or be more like the voice inside of your head when you're happy and you're confident and you're on it, right? What things are you doing when you're happy? So big things for me, nature time is really, really important to me. We go through winter here and I haven't found like my thing in the winter time for Alaska. So I don't get out much in the wintertime, and it is a complete downer in my life. I do vacation, or I have in the past vacationed to get out in the wintertime, but it's just not enough. Where in the summertime, I'm out all the time, and that elevates my happy status. It just does. It's important and it elevates my happy status. So is nature something that elevates your happy status? It works wonders for people. I know one friend who had or has bipolar, and he medicates by hiking and camping and being out in nature, like long hikes. So that's pretty amazing that he found that was more effective than the pills in managing his symptoms. So getting in nature, being active is truly something that makes a lot of people happy and can change that. Fitness is another thing that can boost your happy hormones and make you happy. Sex is something that can boost your happy hormones and create more happiness in your life. Wonderful experiences, and that means you need to know what you like. So the next, in this segment here, this segment is like, what do you like? What makes you happy? For me, coffee makes me happy. Coffee is something that makes me happy. I mean, just an Americano with cream, but it makes me happy. Whipped cream makes me happy. What foods make you happy? What circumstances make you happy? Like hiking. Other things that make me happy are baths and being in the water and swimming. Swimming and being in the water and being immersed in water makes me happy. Just things, but it's all up to you. Like, you got to know you and you got to do you. So don't look outside of the world. Don't look at me or anybody else. Like, look at yourself and say, what makes me happy? And make a list of these things. So when you're not happy, you can go in and go, okay, this is how I talk to myself when I'm happy, and this is what I'm doing when I'm happy. These are things that are going to fuel my happiness, fill my bucket. The third way to create happiness in your life is to set an intention. So intentions are so important. I'll probably do an entire episode on intentions, because when you set intentions in your life, you have this awareness, this peace that you can fall into. Now, it's different than setting a goal. A goal is something that you step towards and you walk towards. An intention is a state of being for the day or the moment. An intention is like when you're walking into a meeting and you have a meeting with people that you are connecting with. Maybe it's a business meeting, maybe it's a date, maybe it is a meeting with your parents or meeting with your kids, and you're going into a situation. You set the intention that you have for yourself in that situation. So the intention might be, my intention is to be happy. And in this situation, happiness means grounded and confident and aware and awake and observant of how they're reacting and what's going on around me. Might also look like my intention is to relax and let go and have fun and really enjoy myself and be like flowy. I don't know what the intention is, but in each situation, each day, each moment, creating a situation where you're like, I'm setting the intention to walk into this with the expectation of creating more happiness, creating more joy, creating more peace in my life. And that is a formula for happiness that I work with my private clients with. And we figure out your exact blueprint to who you are, right? So I love studying people that feel like they've been broken, that feel like something in their life was off. They've lost themselves somewhere along the line. Years and years ago, when I was on America's Premier Experts, I was talking to Ariel Ford, and we were talking about how, you know, we get to this place in our life where we're like just lost. We're lost. We don't know who we are. Maybe we got into a relationship that took over our lives. A lot of people become parents and they like dive into that one role and they lose themselves in that role. Other times we grew up in a tumultuous situation and our childhood wasn't great and we just were never allowed the freedom to figure out who we are, right? So I help people put their pieces back together and figure out who they are. And this is a piece of that, to figure out your blueprint. So take this and ask yourself, like, what is my blueprint? How do I work? I love that Bob Proctor says, like, I had to know myself, like it was an inner game. I had to know myself. So if this resonates with you, take that look inside and know that all of the answers that you need to be happy are inside of yourself. All of the things that you need are inside of you, and come up with a formula in order to figure that out for yourself. Now, if you want that formula, if you want help with that, if you want to go through Amazing You with me, schedule a consultation with me. They're absolutely free. You can just go to my website. You'll see a big banner that says, take your next step. And let's take your next step with me and let's discover your personal blueprint on your amazing life. Or you can connect with me at Your Own University. So I have two different websites. One is a community and we do certifications, and that's Your Own University. This is Your Own University TV, and we're so stoked that you're here. Please subscribe and let me know what other episodes that you want me to talk about, all right? Because that's super important. I want to be here with you and I appreciate you. And the other is my private coaching practice, and that's lishaantica.com, where I walk people through the Amazing You program and figure out your blueprint, and we reconnect you. We bring you home into your body, into your life, so you can create your fulfilled life. And that's my mission for you. My mission for you is to help you fall in love with who you are and then shine brightly to the entire world, because you matter. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe and share this with your friends. And we'll see you next time at Your Own University TV.